survivor.
Are you from the rescue team?
Yes, I am.
Well, I'm convinced.
Do you know where I can find Dr. Kirk?
Kirk? That fool! What's he plotting now?
What are you talking about?
Here. Take this.
Oh, gross. He just pulled that out of his, like,
for?
huge gash.
I don't know. Told me extremely vital.
And we have panel key number 1, which is to be used with panel key number 2, which is good. Too bad the guy's dead. Examining him doesn't do anything, though. Oh well, live and learn, I suppose. Shotgun bullets. Now we can actually use that shotgun of ours. Not much else in this office. Oh, actually no, there's 2 more things in this office. There's this key. Input disk N, so now we have both N disks. And also this. A commemorative medal is displayed here. And if you notice, on the 2 medals match the symbols on the panel keys. There you have the diamond, and we have the little medal-looking thing. Except if you've noticed, the medal is upside down. That's the clue. So you put this in on the left side, and you put the second one in the right side. And there you go. And once that happens, you get to put in a code. Now the code is actually given to you on those keys. All you have to do is turn each of the keys upside down, and you notice that those little letters were actually numbers. So you just type in those numbers in the order that you put the keys in, and there you go. Doing that gets us a key card. Fantastic. We won't be using that for a while though, so let's just put that away. And we can make our way... Surprise, bitches!
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Regina really takes this whole giant dinosaur trying to murder her thing kind of well, but yeah, we have a giant T-Rex in the room. Get out! You're too big. Come on, you're cramping up the style, man. I'll draw a line and you can stay on your side of the room and I'll stay on mine. How about that? No? Alright, how about bullets? The trick here is to shoot it in its mouth when it's open. Eat that. Oh god. Well, luckily you can just shoot it in the mouth and it should stop it from... Oh. Well, I guess that's the end of our adventure. See you next time for... Oh, never mind. Resuscitating medicine. Yeah, resuscitating medicine can basically revive you from any death. No matter how implausible. You were just swallowed by a giant T-Rex. It's not really resuscitating medicine more as it's like a time travel device, because it put you back in time and you have to speak to this guy again. It even averts you back to the station where I actually entered the room, so you keep all the ammo that I used while fighting the T-Rex just now. The only thing you lose is the resuscitating medicine.
Oh,
So let's pretend that never happened, and yeah, let's fight this thing for real. You don't have to fight it, you can just make your way and run outside the room. In fact, it might be a good idea to if you've cleared out the room completely. Because you don't have to waste your ammo. I just like killing, or well, not killing, but shooting it in the mouth. You can use the pistol as well, but I like to use the shotgun to make sure he flinches. And shooting him a few times in the mouth, just, I guess it gives him toothache or something, so he just buggers off. Well, that's that done. I'll admit, the first time I played this game, I was actually expecting something to come through the window because it's kind of like up against the wall, and I actually thought it was part of the wall. I didn't think it was like a glass window. So I assumed it would be like a little raptor that will come crashing through. It basically reminded me of the, if you remember in Resident Evil 2, there was the mirror room where the liquid would burst through the glass window, and it would like totally surprise you. So I'm thinking, ha, Capcom, I'm wise into your games now, I know something's gonna bust through there. I still did not expect a giant T-Rex though, so I was legitimately surprised when that, when that happened first. Anyway, this area we don't actually have to go to yet. There's nothing really here for us. The only reason I'm here is to show you this note, or this journal. And this basically explains in detail how to use the keys, the discs, and also the combination for a safe later on. But the DDK system is telling you, like I said before, you have to subtract the letters in the key from the code. So, as you'll see, there you go. Key is XYZ, remove them from the top and you get the code open. So that's an example, and that's just teaching you how to use the 2-disc system. Anyway, if you notice, that was an antenna room, but the antenna I think is stored in at the moment, so we can't use it yet. We'll be needing that a bit later on. At the moment my inventory is full. The best thing to do in this case is to combine some of your items. On the floor is a recovery aid, which increases the potency of healing items and upgrades them. You can also do some weird pointless combinations. For example, you can mix a dart with the resuscitation, and there's really no point in doing that. You can also combine 2 of the same items to increase their effects, kind of. There you go. I've changed the medpack to L++. It recovers your health completely and stop bleeding. But now I've freed up some space, I can pick up this recovery aid, which also has the same effect as combining the 2 healing items, except obviously I don't have to waste healing items doing it. You can't upgrade that medpack anymore, so there's nothing else to mix it with. So I'm stuck with full inventory again, because I'm an idiot. This door is locked, so there's nothing really else to do here, so let's continue. Like I said, my inventory is now full, but that doesn't mean I'm basically hindered at the moment. Key items are stored in a separate part of your inventory. Not like Resident Evil, where keys and little thingamabobs are kept in the same place. No. This time, if you're full on inventory space, you can still carry keys and shit. Hello! How are you? Don't mind me, I'm just passing. Now, I'm trying to remember which door to go in here. Turns out some double doors over there, so if I can just make it past this dinosaur... Uh-oh! I lost my shotgun! Dinosaurs can knock weapons out of your hands with a tail swipe. And when they knock them out of your hands, you gotta re-equip them again if you pick them up. I think that's a pretty neat mechanic, actually. It makes fights a little more panicky sometimes. If you get surrounded by dinosaurs and suddenly you lose your weapon. I mean, of course, you can just go back to your inventory and equip another weapon or something, but it's still kind of annoying. I kind of want to examine this room, but another dinosaur just burst into the room just now, so I think now's a good time to use a tranquilizer dart. Now you might be thinking to yourself, why use tranquilizers when you can just kill them permanently? Well, the answer to that is basically you only have to shoot them once with a dart to knock them over, whereas if you actually want to kill them, you have to actually kind of, fight them, because they soak up bullets and it takes a while. Just shoot them once and he goes to sleep. I'd be like... They're actually kind of adorable when they go to sleep. They actually curl up into a little ball and snooze. Kind of adorable. If only they weren't trying to kill me. Oh well. Anyway, here's the journal. This basically describes the different types of items you use and how to combine them. You can pause and read this if you want, but yeah, there's recovery and anesthetic items, and also the things to mix them with to make them even more effective. Over here is a safe. And we actually found the code to this earlier in the journal in the antenna room. But I'm an idiot. And I completely forgot. Also, the anesthetic wore off. That's how long it lasts. And that's even with the anesthetic aid. If you didn't combine the regular darts with the aid, then it's shit. You might as well not even bother. Anyway, the reason why I left was because I actually forgot the code to the safe. It was in the journal in the antenna room. So now that I remember the code, we can put it in. And of course, time freezes when you put in the number. Game time, well, dinosaurs freeze. Game time does not, and there's actually a bonus for completing the game pretty quick. Anyway, inside the locker are some slides for the handgun, and they basically allow it to shoot some special ammo, which you won't be finding just yet. Basically, there's more powerful handgun bullets, which are actually pretty handy. Get it? Handy handgun, huh? Yeah. So in order to use it, you just have to equip the slides while you have the handgun equipped, and then it becomes a custom handgun. There you go. So now that we're done here, we can get out of here. This music kind of sounds like, I don't know, it kind of sounds like a cat's playing about on a keyboard. I don't know, it doesn't really ring with me. Nope, dinosaurs pinned me. If a dinosaur pins you, you can mash the buttons and you'll get out of it and stuff. You can tell that Regina's starting to limp now because she's pretty hurt. When you're like really close to death, you'll actually be slower, so you really want to keep your health up. But you might be asking to yourself, how do you know your health? Because there's no health bar. Well, in the PlayStation version, the only way of telling your health was basically how Regina stood. If she was like holding her chest and limping, then you know she was damaged. The Dreamcast version actually has a health bar displayed on a little VMU display on the controller, so that actually makes things a little easier. And there's even an ammo count there, so I don't have to keep checking my inventory to check how much bullets I have. And if you notice, the dinosaur didn't follow me out. Normally they do, and the reason being is that the dinosaurs follow the same logic that Nemesis did in Resident Evil 3, in that he'll only bust into the room if you're looking away from the door, and I think that's just because so they don't have to animate the door opening. They just have them appear as soon as the camera angle changes.
I've unlocked the shutters near the entrance. One more thing. I just caught a glimpse of something on the monitor that looked human. It should be somewhere near the front of the training room, so check there first.
So it's something that looks human, but it could very well be 3 tiny dinosaurs stacked up inside a coat. You know that old classic trick. Anyway, we have the 2 discs for the end door. Now this might look very confusing, but the same concept still applies. Remove anything that involves the letter A, B, D, F, G, and H from the code, and then you should get the password. In this case, it's actually kind of a long one, but if you take the time to look at it, it spells out newcomer. And hey presto, we're done. Let's see what lies beyond this door. The elevator hall. No dinosaurs in this room. Lots of blood though. And there's a dead body right here. A researcher. We may visit this body again in a moment. This is another one of those cubes that you have to push. And underneath it lies another item. It's a medpack, but we're full. I'm noticing that the anesthetic dart is actually taking up 2 spaces in my inventory, and here I'm just kind of figuring out how to how to sort my inventory. And it turns out there's actually an option saying sort, and that helps to stack items, basically. So now that that's there, I can take the medpack, and since I have a recovery aid, I can combine it with the medpack and create the strong medpack, the L++. And there we go. 2, well now have 3 super good healing items. As you can see, this weird little thingy here is a map. When we're doing this, we can save the map data and we'll have the map with us all the time. And there we are. We're not too far from where we have to go. So, let's make our way down there. But first, let's check out this elevator. Nothing there. Looks like I need an ID card. That's how I have to get downstairs, but let's not worry about that for now. Over on this end of the room, there's a box, and also a plug. We have 2 plugs now, so we should have enough to open that red box. So let's open up this emergency box. A red box contains ammo, and I think we might as well stack up on some ammo. I don't know, I tend to save my plugs for these red emergency boxes which have ammo, and I think ammo is a little more important in this game compared to recovery items. So, yeah, that's what I like to do. I like to save the plugs for red boxes. This red box has like a full clip of handgun bullets and shotgun rounds, and also has poison darts, which are able to kill enemies in one hit. We'll be saving that a bit for later on, for stronger enemies. At the moment I'm just basically storing all of my excess anesthetic aids, and that should free up some inventory space, and now that I've done that, we can press onwards. Now, where are we now? A laser wire. Let's deactivate it so we can pass it. There we go. Let's investigate this room over here. Office. Aha! A dinosaur in the room. We'll actually be needing to come back to this room later at some point, so I think now's a good time to actually fight a dinosaur. This is a nice open area to fight it in. Normally you're in some cramped areas, and well, this gives us some room to maneuver, so let's try and take him out with a pistol. Let's go! Battle time! And to contend with the tank controls, of course pressing R helps you aim automatically. This dinosaur seems to be very confused. He is just kind of... he can't seem to hit me properly. So he just completely missed. I was standing still. But you can see how many bullets the damn thing soaks up. That's why you don't want to fight them so often. And they follow the same logic as the zombies in Resident Evil. If they're not bleeding out, they ain't dead. You want to make sure they're really dead, because if you walk close to them when they're not dead, they'll tear your shins off. Anyway, now that we're done with that dinosaur, there's some memos here about stuff about ID cards and unauthorized access to things, and personal information of some people, pager numbers and so on and so forth. Really, we don't need to know any of this just yet, so I'm just going to skip over it for now. Feel free to pause the video when I read any of the journals, but it might give you a clue as to what we have to do next at some point. For now, let's continue to the area that Rick told us to go to. Yep. Hear that noise? That's the sound of a dinosaur. Always keep your ears out for that noise, because it means there's a dino nearby. Let's just put this laser shield up. This should stop him from getting us. He'll be round the corner at any moment. Any second now. Actually, it turns out he's actually really far away. I'm not sure if it's just... I'll have to check my options, but at the moment there's no directional sound. I can't... Well, obviously you know it's coming from the right, but you can't tell which way he's coming from at the moment. And also, there's no way of gauging how far away he is. Because it sounds like he's really close by, but he's actually really far away. So in a minute I'm just going to get bored and... yeah, I'll just turn off the shield in a bit. Let's just see if he's... Yep, he's really far away. So now he's seen us, he's going to try and chase us. Now's a good time to turn the shield back on. As well as fighting dinosaurs in a wide open area, this is another good way of fighting dinosaurs. behind a fence. You see, dinosaurs, no matter, I don't know, they seem kind of dumb, and they just keep running into this laser wire. So I can just shoot him from behind here. This, of course, uses up a lot of ammo, but I think I'll be needing to come back here a couple of times more. So, you know, I might as well kill him. There we go. If you don't kill this dinosaur... No, in fact, when you first enter this room and you go right and don't go to the office first... Oh, check this out. There's a button here, and it stuns dinosaurs with this steam. That's a good way of escaping them if you don't want to kill them. But, too late, they're dead. Anyway, if you go down this corridor without going to the office first, you actually get ambushed both sides of the hallway by dinosaurs, and that's actually kind of a pain. Also, check out this slowdown on Dreamcast. Yeah, so a good thing to do is to kill the dinosaur in the office, and at least that way you won't get ambushed both sides. As you saw earlier, when I was being attacked by the two dinosaurs in that room with the safe, fighting dinosaurs on each side is kind of a pain, or at least escaping from them is. Kind of reminds me of Resident Evil 0, this room. I think there's also a lecture theatre in Resident Evil 2 in the Raccoon City Police Department, but I can't remember. But then again, I don't know, a lot of these rooms are similar to stuff you'd find in other Resident Evil games. Capcom reusing assets. Whatever. Over here, there's not much except a key, which we'll need. And this key is for the backup generator. This is really the only thing of interest in this room, so I guess now we can get on out of here. That was nowhere near her. Uh-oh, danger. Whenever danger appears, mash the buttons.
Gale, you're still alive. Good timing.
What is it? Another lizard?
That's no lizard. It's a dinosaur.
Dinosaur?
What, you didn't see any of them on your way here, or
Something's
when you were
really
attacked
wrong.
outside, maybe?
This whole mission has gone south.
Have you never seen a dinosaur?
Hey, it's always eat or be eaten out in the battlefield, no matter who or what you're up against. Any word on the dock yet? I've got to hook up with Rick again. My radio's dead, and he's the only one who can fix it.
Well, alright. Have fun with that. So that's everything in that room. We have the key to the backup generator for the lower floor, which we might as well head over there and do. So what's funny is that even though it was Gale that saved us in that danger sequence, if you don't mash the buttons, the dinosaur eats you. You have to mash the buttons to win. So I guess mashing buttons just summoned Gale and like caused him to materialize in front of you, which caused him to save you. A little strange, I guess, but there are a few of those danger sections around that basically scripted QuickTime event sequences. Also, it's humorous to note that if you don't kill any of the dinosaurs outside, Gale won't kill them for you. He'll just walk out towards Rick, and when you go out and follow him, the dinosaurs will still be there. So it's basically, you know, classic Resident Evil kind of thing, because they'd often do that in Resident Evil. Anyway, this is a shortcut which leads us back to where Rick was. Anesthetic aid, might as well take it. I'm a little reluctant to take it because I don't really need to, but there's so much of this stuff lying around, I just feel like, you know, why not? It's just kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's just my kleptomania. It's just like, if there's a rotating item on the floor, I've got to pick it up. It's like that in real life too. I can't leave anything, you know, if there's something rotating, I've got to pick it up. Anyway, there's nothing here in these toilets. So let's head on out. I think you might recognize this place. This is where we were earlier. But this time we can control the control panel. off the gate. So if you don't want to kill this guy, if you don't want to waste all the ammo, a good thing to do is to wait for them to try and get you from behind the laser wires, and the moment they get hit, it's your chance. Deactivate it and run while he's stunned. Haha, you snooze, you lose, Dino Brain. Ha ha ha. Anyway, now that we're back in the save room, I think now is a good time to stop for now and call it a day. See you guys next time on Dino Crisis, where we'll be, I don't know, doing something with the backup generator, I suppose.